So I'm making this video about the Queen of Pentacles. I will not be comparing the queens of each suit or even mentioning them beyond this point. Not comparing the Queen of Pentacles to the Empress or any other symbolic divine feminines. I really don't like to compare feminines in a way that can be perceived as competitive or could take away from one or the other. This is just about the Queen of Pentacles and my perspective on her. So I had a whole list of videos I wanted to make, but for whatever reason I was called to make this one first. So the Queen of Pentacles, energetically, I'll describe her in Hermetic and astrological terms first. In astrology, the Queen of Pentacles is represented somewhere between the 21st degree of Sagittarius and the 20th degree of Capricorn. That doesn't mean that the Queen of Pentacles is necessarily a Sagittarius or Capricorn. Elementally, the Queen of Pentacles rules Earth and the physical material world. But there's water deep in the Earth, and the Queen of Pentacles is a little bit watery. She's not as hard as she first appears. In the Tree of Life, you'll find her representing some of the qualities of Binah. Binah is associated with wisdom, contemplation, understanding, lessons, birth, death, Saturn, and the color black. If you align with Binah, you might be interested in the Archangel Yaphiel. The Queen of Pentacles is also associated very closely with Asaya, the world of action, applied knowledge, and practical endeavors. Learning, thinking deeply, and then doing based on the previous actions and in that order. So, I guess it's safe to say that the Queen of Pentacles is someone of measured spirit. She is also a mother, not just the mother of a child, but she is the mother of plans and the mother of projects. That includes businesses. She's definitely a businesswoman and handles her relationships in a business-like manner. But there's also a stark balance of instinct and intuition with the Queen of Pentacles. So I think that's it about her nature. Okay, what does she care about? Well, I would say first she cares about her projects, and I would say her projects are of the utmost importance to her. She cares about the way others perceive her and her social status. It's not just about being popular with her, it's also about being authentic. Not always to the version of herself that she currently is, but also to the version of herself that she wishes to be in the future. She is also one of her own projects, and she cares very deeply about the future. She can value security so much on the shadow side that she chooses her friends and lovers based solely on their ability to provide it. Also on the shadow side, she can develop overdependence or codependence with others. Add into the high value of security, you might find this person willing to do the worst things to obtain it, or become very paranoid of others, maybe to the point of preemptively stalking them to uncover wrongdoings which jeopardize her security. I would say the Queen of Pentacles is generally calm, kind, charming, and generous. On the flip side, she can be mean, manipulative, and very miserly. When it comes to Saturn, and even Pluto, but more so Saturn, when negative traits are manifested through these energies, a person will be cruel. Not just mean, but actually malicious and cruel. Because of this undercurrent of lust in her being, she may lean towards hedonism in extreme cases, but she will do and say wicked things, not just to express negative emotions, but to take pleasure in the suffering of others. She can tend towards depression, moodiness, dark emotions, isolation, and as I said before, low self-esteem, all brought on from extremely high not unachievable, but unrealistic goals and expectations for herself and others around her. I would say her biggest issue is her expectations. In the subconscious, where we have that Jupiter ruled Saturn energy, the reality is, while she is extremely practical, she is also extremely idealistic and optimistic. Also, she's way too hard on herself. She's hard on others in the shadow, but the real issue is that she's really hard on herself. So that's that. um the Queen of Pentacles also cares about being perceived as generous. She wants to be seen this way and actually be this way, and it's a major driving factor for her ambition. She either is rich or wants to be and plans to be one day. She cares about her prosperity. A large portion of her self-esteem rests on her success in life, her ability to do for others, and the level of comforts in her life. Remember the Queen of Earth, materials, physicality. She can tend to have low self-esteem if her vision of who she wants to be does not line up with the reality of who she is in a reasonable time frame. The Queen of Pentacles also cares a great deal about time. You might find she has somewhat of a preoccupation with it. She also cares about her spirituality, which is often overshadowed by her practical and calm exterior. She may have minor to extreme issues with addiction, though she's never the type to let it interfere with her life and let others see it or let it come to surface. It's not going to be the type of thing anyone could ever readily notice about her or hear about from others. She can be very lustful under the surface as well, though this also will rarely show, and only her closest lovers will ever find out, and she chooses them very carefully. The Queen of Pentacles is the type to build an image that others perceive at times as flawless, excellent, and like she has it all. But even if this is true, most of the time, this is still less than what she truly wanted. It's still a less impressive version of her vision, which is very difficult to bring to life, and in turn leads to an undercurrent of sadness and disappointment. So oftentimes when you look up the Queen of Pentacles, you'll find the term melancholy attached, and a lot of times it's true. Though when interpreting this energy, especially when referring to an actual person, we might misalign this role to the person who seems sad. You know what I mean? She might not be the type to ever come off as sad or depressed. But the thing about the Queen of Pentacles is sadness is not a favorable trait. It's not a favorable part of her image, and she probably sees sadness as weak. It's not something she wants to portray herself as. So she might go above and beyond to like keep that type of thing hidden. And actually she keeps a lot of things hidden. She's very secretive, and very protective of her image. She may not even be fully aware of being this way, but it's not something you'd pick up on just from being around her. But anyway, she is an overachiever, and on a higher vibration, she will ultimately achieve more than what was ever expected of her, going against the odds and what her perceived abilities were. In the shadow, she will not achieve anything at all, but she may still obtain the signifiers of success: a nice car, a nice house, a family, but it's basically all for show. She might come off like she has a perfect life, and it could still be the furthest thing from her dreams and what she really wanted for herself. And if this is the case, if she ends up being this type of person, she will be very depressed, because more than anything, she wanted to prove it to herself that she could achieve those things. And at the end of the day, even if she got a bunch of things that come off as successful, it's still nothing like, who she wanted to be, and she never really proved it to herself, and ultimately that's what she cares about. So that's all on the Queen of Pentacles. She's really great. She's lovely. Be kind to her. She's still creating herself, and I think that's what she's all about. In her eyes, I would say, you know, the work is never done, you know, and she's all about self-help and also helping others. So it's very important that she has the ability to help others. And yeah, that's the Queen of Pentacles.